G'day guys, Jonesy here, aka the Car Cruiser. Just doing a quick one today. Got a parts list here. Noticed I had a broken sway bar linkage. Apparently that's a common issue with the S11 and S10 pickup Mahindras. So for the driver's side sway bar linkage, I think it was $77. Courtesy of Magic Mahindra up in Perth. We've got the stabilizer bar link, there's a part number there, hopefully you can see that. This is the left hand side one. Has stamped on the back Mahindra S24G3, I think it is. S24G on both. There's no labels on there otherwise to state whether it's left or right. So I'm just going to use a paint pen and just put on there R for right. Just double check that is the right one. Nope, that's the left hand one. So we'll put left hand on there. So here's the part numbers for the right hand side. A white sticker on it instead of a yellow one. Just take the dust caps off. These are a non-serviceable part, so you can't grease them up. Someone's having fun. So I'm just going to put R on this one for a right hand side. First step, jack up your car. So more than likely just use a socket and a spanner. And then the Allen key, all the Allen key does is once you've got the nut on, use a spanner on that side and then put that inside the thread just so the ball isn't spinning inside the joint in the knuckle because you can damage it. Alrighty, so first step, jack up your car, as Mighty Car Mods would say. I'm going to put jacks up under there. There we go. You'll need a 19mm spanner and an Allen key. Now don't quote me what size Allen key it is because unfortunately my toolkit is that old, the sizing is all rubbed off it. Let's see what we got here. Okay, already there's the snap bit. Let's see how we go cracking this. Oh yep, not too bad. That's the right size, that's good. Spanner. Turn her on. Right hand down for the driver's side wheel. We'll get better access to that wheel. There's a fair bit of crap on the thread, so it's a bit of resistance, but it's coming. Finally, felt like it was never going to come out. There you go. Well and truly snapped. Now to get the other end off. Getting there, guys. Right, where's the bitter end? Yeah, it's definitely not supposed to look like that. Far out. She went banging, did. The driver's side. That's the old. That's the new. Not supposed to look like that. Okay guys, just for reference, these are the two nuts. That is for the control arm end, and that nut there is for the sway bar end, just so you know, because you have to reuse your components. Also, I'll be using some 243 Loctite. Alrighty. So that goes in there. This one goes in here. Now if you do have difficulty, the ball joints are new, they're a bit stiff, you just got to use your hands to try and manipulate them a bit. This is a very tight fit near the CV boot. And there we go. Threads are getting a little bit caught up, but give it a bit of a wiggle. Try not use a mallet or a hammer, because you will munt up the threads. Just gotta keep moving the ball joint a bit until it gets aligned with the angle of the hole, and it will come through. There you go. So that one's through. So that bolt there goes on the top, and then the flanged one goes on the bottom. Simple as that. Now we'll do the same thing on the passenger side. I've just got to nip that up now. Alright, pull the lid off, pop that up. Just a little bit, I don't want heaps. Stuff does work really well. It's a bit blocked. Gets a bit hard in the sun. Oh, there we go. But there's probably even enough. Chuck that on the thread. Okay. Push this one through a bit. Take that off. Thread locker on there. There we go. Both of those got thread locker on them. I can do them up. Bit tedious. I'd rather it just had a serviceable ball joint. Something I can lock in at the back side of it. You can just whiz it up nice and quick. Remember, when you do jobs like this, it always pays to check your car after you've done a few hundred Ks or even less. I think it's 50 Ks is recommended, but just when you get a chance, jump out, check it, have a look, chuck a spanner on it, nip it up, keep your tools, keep these handy in your car. You never know. Now that is really tight. The actual thread isn't spinning, so you can get away with just doing this for the time being until it starts spinning the rest of it. Okay, this is just nipped up now, so we're going to try and get it FT. If you don't know what that means, ask a Google mechanic. That ain't going nowhere. There you go. That's that side done. See if we can get a sneaky zig on this one. Oh, I got it most of the way. That's pretty helpful. Nah. Oh well, that helped a lot with the top one. That's one bolt off. It took longer than I'd like to admit. Alright, next one. Okay. So this one's going to play ball. I got it loose enough so it's only finger tight. There we go, finally. I'll pop this one out, it's not snapped in half like the other one. And there you go. It's the passenger side replacement, and that's the original. All the threads are pretty good. All the retaining clips for the rubber boots are still intact. They're not like floppy and loose, there's still nice movement. So yeah, definitely keep that as a spare. Time to fit this one. Just recommend putting in the bottom one first because it's got the gussets either side of the L bracket to add strength. It just makes it tricky to slide it in there on an angle. Let's do the bottom and then pull down on the ball joint for the top. Oh, that was really painless. Nice and easy. Flange bolt on the bottom. Grab some Loctite in a sec. Make sure you don't thread it. Do it by hand first. Loctite. Open her up. And put a little bit on that thread there. Oops, that's a lot. And then a little bit on this one as well. I'm going to drip down the back of it. Some Loctite's actually coming out of it. There we go, that's plenty. That one's definitely got heaps cool. Nip her up. It's finally nipped up. It's all good. Nip this one up by hand. It's tight there. She's all nipped up, both sides. Now the fun part, test drive. Test this puppy out. Alrighty. Now, hindsight, I probably should have done it before and after, but I've been putting off making the videos for months. I've just sold my house and moving over to Adelaide, and I'm in the process of literally selling everything I own. And if that doesn't happen, then the rest is getting chucked out. So it's been a pretty hectic time. Alright. Oh. Well, night and day difference. It actually feels like a car again. Even with half-balled tyres, rooftop tent. Yeah, no comparison. Oh look, if you've got a coil-sprung solid axle car and you're doing full-on full drive tracks every weekend, like taking your sway bars out is a massive advantage. Or even having a quick disconnect system. But if you just got a car like independent front suspension, you know, typical tradie ute, it's a real safety thing. I mean, I'm probably sounding like a boring old dad now, but after my near miss last weekend, guys, if you've got a busted sway bar or sway bar linkage or whatever, just get it sorted. Because it's not worth losing your car for, or hurting someone else, even worse, or yourself or your family. But yeah, there you go. Beautiful. It's actually predictable. It's not wallowing around corners, even with this narrow offset. Not lifting a leg. That's mission success. Very happy. Now onto more exciting mods, because let's face it, this isn't exactly exciting, but it's a necessity. Thanks for watching my video. Hope this video was helpful, and I've got some more interesting tasty mods to be doing in the future, which I'm really looking forward to. I've got a diff locker, a GoAnywhere lunchbox style locker. It's brand new in a box. Got it for an absolute steal. I think I paid $250 including postage on eBay. Another bloke bought one of these. He ended up buying a tank and he loves it. He said, but it's just so capable straight out of the box. He literally didn't have to do anything to it. Just chucked a couple of tyres on. And he said he genuinely missed his Mahindra Pikup. So who knows? I think I made the right choice anyway. The other thing I've got is Rybuck. Rybuck Engineering. They're a manufacturer of aftermarket 4x4 accessories over in New South Wales, up in Newcastle. They've sent me a complete bash plate kit, excluding the AdBlue tank, because eventually I will be taking that out. And they've also sent me a chassis strengthening kit, which is a bit more labour intensive. It's going to have to be welded on by a qualified welder. Obviously, get all the surface rust off, prep it, weld it, paint it. And then I've got a 8-day trip sponsored by Mahindra up the west coast of WA. So we're going to Dirk-Hartog Island for a few days, westernmost point of WA as well. Useless Loop and Murchison Station, a couple other bays in that area. And then once we come down, we're going to do a trip right across the Australian Bight, potentially Baxter Cliffs if everything works out well. I've just scored a job with Mars and they've sponsored me a 13X hybrid, which is the LD, which means low down. Got a set of 16-inch -13 Sunraysers that are getting sent over from the eastern states. They're about 160 odd bucks a piece. I'm getting 5 rims and some Kumo Road Venture MT51s. Apparently not that popular. I'm actually getting some old stock. They're about a year old. But the people that have had them have said great performance on road and off road, good longevity, nice solid sidewalls. So yeah, we'll find out how they go on the trip and give you some feedback anyway. If you haven't, check out a couple of my other videos. I've got some how-to videos. And if you do want to subscribe, I will be uploading some trip videos. I'm going to buy a drone for the trip, maybe a couple of microphones and bits and pieces. So hopefully the quality should be there and you guys enjoy watching. See you next time.